All right, so I made a video yesterday talking about some of the best Pokemon card pack pulls we've ever had on the channel, going all the way back to 2014 when we first started. But today I want to take a look at the exact opposite of that, sort of, and look at one of the absolute worst openings we've ever had on the channel in general. If you guys are new to the channel, you may not have ever heard of this, but you may have seen the video floating around back in the day. It was definitely one of our better performing videos for its time, even making it to the YuGiOh subreddit at one point. I'm going to tell you the full story about the absolute worst box I've ever opened on here, and why it just gets worse as time passes. So let's jump into it. All right, thanks so much everybody for being here. And if you guys are enjoying like this sort of new format thing that I'm trying out here, understanding that it's going to have its quirks and I'm trying to get some things worked out, definitely please hit the like button and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. We are really trying to diversify content a little bit more, just versus like just regular openings and stuff. I'm really kind of seeing what I can work with, what I can do, and how we can get some better content out there for you guys. So that's what the goal is, kind of heading into the new year. But enough talking. What we're talking about today is Shadow of Infinity. Now, some of you may be familiar with this, or like I said earlier, but in 2015, the original video aired on April 28th of 2015. I got a first edition sealed hobby box of Shadow of Infinity. If you're unfamiliar with this set as a whole, it is very, very popular amongst collectors, especially due to the inclusion of some extremely hard to find ultimate rares like Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, and Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder. The ultimate rare versions of these GX era Egyptian god retrains can hit upwards of $1,000 a piece, if not more, raw, and have just aged extremely well over time. I was hoping to pull one, and I thought it'd be really cool for the channel to open a rare product. And even in 2015, while it wasn't on the level of, say, what it is now, where boxes of the set go for about $1,500 a piece, it was definitely still more expensive than your average booster box, and I was excited. What's up, guys? Welcome to Loveshack Entertainment, and today we are going to be bringing you a very, very special opening video as part of the GX extravaganza. This is a Shadow of Infinity sealed booster box, first ed. It's the first time we've ever opened a box on the channel. I'm going to do this in two parts, so part one's going to have 12, the second part's obviously going to have 12. So, of course, that sets the stage there for there to be a really exciting video. I advertise it as a two-part video. We're going to open one half of the box, and then the second half of the box. That's how a lot of content creators used to do stuff. They would just draw videos out for views. Nowadays, you don't see it anywhere near as much, but people just open a box, multiple boxes in one video. But it was a different time. I don't know, it was 7 years ago. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make the most out of this video that I can. We're going to open it up. Hopefully, we'll hit a cool ultimate rare, but if not, at least we're going to have fun opening Shadow of Infinity. And then it all went wrong. The first half of the box, I opened 12 packs, and not a single pack had a rare. I'm going to show you guys a bit of footage from the first half of this now, kind of cut for the simplicity's sake, just to kind of see what's going on there. So let's take a look at that footage. Start with the first pack. And I know the most expensive Sacred Beast in the set is Uriah, but all of them are worth a decent amount. So, Symbol of Heritage, Machine King Prototype, Beezle Frog, Symbol of Heritage, it's odd, Phantasmal Martyrs, Photon Generator Unit, Full Salvo, Beezle Frog, Chain Thrasher, Karma Cut Rare, First Ed, nice. Let's try this again. Disciple of the Forbidden Spell, Ancient Gear, Full Salvo, Tenkabito, Shien, Rare Memory Crusher, Photon Generator, D3S Frog, Silent Insect, and Next to be Lost. Generation Shift, Sandmoth, Symbol of Heritage, Cyclone Boomerang, Disciple of the Forbidden Spell, Miracle Kids, and stuff we've already seen. Here we go. Can we get a foil? Tenkabito Shien, End of the World, Gokapon, Samsara, Malfunction, Anteater Eating Ant, and more stuff we've already seen. Oh, and Trial of the Princesses. Cool concept, terrible card. Pretty much how I'd describe that one. Alright, Magnet Circle level 2, Ancient Gear, Samsara, Adhesive Explosive, another rare. Circle level 2, Disciple, Ancient Gear, Full Salvo, Option Hunter, Super Junior Confrontation, Ancient Gear Drill, Beezle Frog, Saber Beetle, Doom Dozer, that's an awesome multi too. Sandmoth, Generation Shift, Chain Thrasher, Samsara, Princess Curran, Next to be Lost, Silent Insect, Des Frog, Photon Generator Unit. Well, Magnet Circle level 2, Ancient Gear, Phantasmal Martyrs, End of the World, Machine King Prototype, Full Salvo, Beezle Frog, Rare Doom Dozer. Before I do the final recap, come on, foil. Let's make it an epic one too. Machine King Prototype, Super Junior, Ancient Gear, Beezle Frog, Rare Karma Cut, not a foil. Pretty awesome though, Samsara. So that's right, I saw cards like Memory Crusher, Karma Cut, which at the time was like a $5 to $6 rare because it was seeing a lot of play in Burning Abyss, so at least it had that going for it, but nothing along the lines of what I was hoping for. Not even a bad foil like Damage Condenser or something random to at least, you know, make me feel a little bit better about the product. And when I finished with the first half of the box, it was 12 straight rares, and I was like, ouch, like this sucks from a content perspective, but it's already filmed. It's not like I could get a bunch of Shadow of Infinity boxes and record a ton of openings. I had to work with what was there. Now, to set the stage just a little bit about this box and how I came into it, at the time, a local shop near me that I had been playing at for a while was opening a new location, and we had a good relationship with the owners. We would go there and play. We would occasionally record videos there, opening stuff. It was just sort of like a cool place. It was a local community. We had a lot of people going on, and when they opened their new shop, you know, they're trying to promote, they're trying to spread the word, the exposure, basically a bigger location, a bigger storefront, and one of the managers there suggested to me that, hey, maybe I make a video, and because they know I had been doing YouTube for a while, I just kind of gotten started there. We were in our second year of the channel, and he said, I want to help you out. I want to give you something cool to make a video for, so I'm going to let you pick any booster box that you want here. You can trade me in a bunch of bulk. They just wanted bulk so that they could have bulk to actually stock on shelf, people to come in, go through. So I took like, I don't know, 4,000 commons maybe, commons and rares, probably stuff that's worth a lot of money nowadays, who knows. And I traded it in, and he said you can pick any booster box on the shelf, and they had a large selection. This was before the PSA boom, where cards really started to go up, and a lot of GX era sets started to just become impossible to find. They were readily accessible, just a little bit more costly than some of your other packs. And I thought, well, I had boxes like Lost Millennium to choose from, but at the time that didn't have a ton of value. There was, you know, your regular sets out at the time, like Duelist Alliance, New Challengers, things in that era. And then, of course, I decided Shadow of Infinity because they were selling boxes for $149.99, which seems like a steal nowadays. And I said, basically getting this for free, more or less, because I'm just moving the bulk, clearing it up, and it's going to be an awesome video. So while I did go into this video with technically not really any financial investment in this box, meaning it was all kind of house money, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to really like get some positive momentum for the channel, get something cool, get something noteworthy that I could share around, and just have a really cool experience from it to be like, look, I got an ulti Sacred Beast, or even one of the Cyber Dragons that are in the set. And of course, that's when the second half of the box happened.
All right. Beetles the Frog, Ancient Gear Joe, Machine King Prototype, Super Junior Confrontation, Goblin out of the Frying Pan. But still, no foils yet. I'm happy about that, though. I mean, these are definitely awesome. Probably better than most of the foils anyway. But I still want to pull something. It's okay, but Dokapon, End of the World, Machine King, Prototype Princess, Hikaru, Super Junior Competition, Disciple of Forbidden Spell, Goblin out of the Frying Pan, Sand Moss, Symbol of Heritage, Ancient Gear, Chainsaw Insect, Samsara, Chain Thrasher, Generation Chip, Sand Moth, Goblin out of the fucking bag, Symbol of Heritage, Sand Moth, Generation Chip, Chain Thrasher, Cyclone Boomerang, Ancient Gear, Cannon Grass, Phantom Hero, Heart Hero Kid. This is Loveshack Entertainment, gentlemen. We have hit 740 subscribers. We're doing well, and we open our first box and we don't get a single foil. 5 packs left. Not accurate. Saber Beetle, Magnet Circle level 2, Sandmoth Super Junior Confrontation, Malfunction, Saber Beetle Full Salvo, Memory Crusher Rare, Malice Ascendant, Photon Generator Unit, Des Frog.
As you can see, going through the first 4 or 5 packs of the second half, I started to get a little bit frustrated because I wasn't really hitting anything, and I was starting to think like, oh, this is like a scaled box. Is it resealed? Maybe somebody like got it and gave it to them. I mean, I trusted the store. I'd been doing business with them for years, so I didn't think they had necessarily done anything wrong, but it was sort of like, man, the one time I get a box like this, I'm never going to be able to buy one of these to open again after this, and you know, the whole box is just not hitting. I'm like, either, you know, maybe I shuffled things up, or maybe it was just a printing error where all the foils were going to be in the second half of the packs. So I kept going. So the more I opened, the less I was convinced, and I was just like, man, I got completely fucking hosed here. And this had Konami authentic sealing on the outside. It looked fully legit. I still to this day have no idea whether or not this was some kind of like resealed box, or it was just really, really bad luck. And, you know, obviously a cool gesture by the card shop, but one I just couldn't really capitalize on for the right reasons with anything noteworthy. And I'm like, all right, well, there's 3 packs left in the box, and, you know, this is going to be the time I actually hit something. So moving on to the final 3, I had my fingers crossed for a shock value ulti. I said, even if people tried to maybe weigh stuff out of this, you know, ultis are harder to weigh, I'm going to hit something at least that'll make this noteworthy. And here's how the final 3 went.
Think we get a box with no foils. That's unfortunate, huh? Beazle Frog, Chain Thrasher, Tinkerbell Shien, Ancient Gear, Cyclone Boomerang, again, success probability 0%, Hero Heart. Now, the thing is, the box was sealed. I have the wrapping from it and everything, and you guys saw it if you watched the first video. It was a sealed box, so I don't understand how it would be not a single foil in it. Doesn't even make sense. End of the world, Tinkerbell Shien, Machine King Prototype, Cyclone Boomerang! Fuck! How many Cyclone fucking Boomerangs can one person pull? Look at this! Look at this from the last thing! I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cyclone Boomerangs! 6, I ripped one! Fucking bullshit! What is this? This isn't fucking not a single foil in this box! Not one! Not one foil! Not, and this pack probably doesn't have any either. I guess, right? Nope, nothing. Princess Pikachu.
Now, I should clarify that none of what you saw at the end there was scripted at all. I was genuinely so pissed, and you could hear my previous co-host and good friend in the background kind of laughing, because obviously when I would record at times, other people would be around and, you know, they would be quiet. I wasn't working out of a studio. I was, you know, in my room basically filming these, and so we had to make do with what we had, and he was laughing, and I don't blame him. I got so frustrated going through after I think what I pulled was like 3 or 4 Karma Cuts, and then like the Cyclone Boomerang was just the icing on the cake, because I had opened 24 booster packs and not a single foil, making this easily the worst error box I have ever seen anywhere. I mean, you've heard of error boxes with an extra secret, an extra ghost, extra ultras. I mean, we even opened a box of Shadow Specters a couple years back on the channel that had more ultras than a normal box would. Those are cool, right? But this is a vintage box that had no foils at all, and I, to this day, do not know whether or not it was scaled, whether or not there was anything wrong with it. All I know is that I had one chance, really ever, to open a set like Shadow of Infinity on the channel, and while it lives in infamy in the history of Loveshack as a brand and as a channel, it is not for the right reasons. This one's sad, and I wish I had an opportunity to reopen a set like this, but I'm still a bit mentally scarred from the damage and don't know if I could bring myself to even buy a sealed box of Shadow of Infinity, because who the hell knows if I'm just going to get another one, or if maybe that would be the turnaround. And nowadays, unless you're hitting, you know, the real ultis, the value in opening sealed boxes like this is just not there. So, you know, if I could get it for a deal like I did back in the day, sure, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. We're talking almost a decade ago, and prices have obviously shifted a lot on the box market since then. So this sucked. People thought it was fake. It definitely wasn't fake. I mean, I confirmed that. It was just the style of how those cards looked. It might have even been a Europrint box. I'm not sure. I know Europrint nowadays is a lot more distinguishable than it was back with those older sets. But either way, it was unfortunately a devastating experience for me. Now it's funny, and I kind of look back at it, and I'm like, man, I'll always remember this, but this is gotta be, I think, in the top of one of the worst error products ever opened on YouTube in general for card games, and I'd be interested if there's anyone's got anything to top it. So let me know what you guys think. Have you ever opened a box like this where you just had complete shit luck and you just got absolutely hosed? And if so, like, what set was it? How did it happen? Or maybe you've had the opposite luck. You know, some error boxes are great, and we've had some actual cool error packs on the channel in the past, but this was definitely not one of them. One thing's for sure, though, it does make a good story, and it was a nice trip to relive. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my misery and got a chance to sort of see some of that. If you guys did enjoy the video, though, please let me know in the comments down below what you want to see more of. If you hated it, tell me anyway, I guess, and we'll see what we can do for some future content and stuff as we continue to try to experiment a bit more. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.